Hello, I'm Evelyn Alessandri, and I'm here today to share 5 tips that worked for me when I was diagnosed with cancer. There is no doubt it is such a scary, scary moment when you're told that you have cancer, no matter what stage it is, even if it's just with abnormal cells. It still is really scary, and of course we are programmed to believe that we're going to die the minute we're diagnosed. So there is a lot of shock and fear around it, and I'm hoping these 5 tips will help you or help someone you know. Tip number 1: digest the news, digest the diagnosis. Take some time to let the shock settle, if you like. The minute we are diagnosed, our minds go into overdrive because of this disbelief that's what is happening to me. And I think often we don't take a moment just to sit with it, if you like. And I mean, our bodies take so much strain from stress. So just allowing yourself some time to think about, to absorb, digest was the word I used, what you've been told. Breathe it out. Just take a moment to breathe and let the dust settle. In my case, I was able to, in fact, for 3 days, I sat with my husband and my daughter and just hashed out what was happening, the diagnosis, what it meant, what our biggest, deepest fears were. We asked all the questions. So do that with, someone, a loved one or a supporter, a partner. Really ask the questions, because what that does is it actually gets it out of your brain, because it's for sure our brains love a negative story. They love something to run with and really create a movie before it's even time. So ask those questions. Allow the people around you to ask questions and say, my daughter came out with it. Mom, what if you die? What will we do without you? That is a really important question for whoever's around you. So take time to really absorb and allow the mental fog to quieten down. As you do this, so too will your body start to move into a calmer place. And I talk later about making decisions from a place of fear. It's not always the best thing for us. So tip number 1, take time to digest the news. Tip number 2, wallow, but don't stay there. There's no doubt when you're diagnosed that you're going to feel sorry for yourself. I felt really sorry for myself. Why me? Why is this happening to me? What have I done to deserve this? There are so many things that go around in your head that you feel like a real victim of it. You feel like you've been punished. You feel like life's unfair. It's a real why me situation, and you know what? You have every right to feel sorry for yourself. I mean, a cancer diagnosis is really not something to be taken lightly. So allow yourself that moment to feel sorry for yourself. You are human after all. I think one of the things that really helped me to snap out of the wallow was reading a book by Edith Eger called The Gift. And she is a Holocaust survivor, and she says, you don't ask why me, you ask what now. And I thought, gosh, there's someone who's been through a horrific time and still so able to be positive. So yes, ask the why me. Cover the questions that enter your mind, but it's then time to move on. So I'm not embarrassed to say I cried for 3 days when I was diagnosed. I wasn't, it wasn't great. I wasn't happy and I was really wallowing. Why me? And then you just think, okay, that's enough. Because really, our brains, as I've said, love a negative story. And if we stay there, the movie is just going to get worse and get more dramatic. And so there must come a time where you say, okay, Evelyn, or whatever your name is, that's enough now. We're going to embrace this as a learning, as lessons, as part of your life journey, instead of thinking of it like it's a punishment, because it's not a punishment. And every single thing we go through in our lives is part of the building block of making us better, stronger. Can you see the gray hairs? Adding to our personalities. So allow yourself to wallow, but don't stay there. Tip number 3, and this is probably the most important out of the 5 tips, and that is to quieten the noise in your mind. The chatter that goes on up here when you've been diagnosed gets very loud. So on top of your own thoughts and your own movie playing, you are going to be given advice. You are going to have so many people offer to help you or put you in touch with somebody or speak to somebody, friend, relative. There will be a lot coming at you. And this is now the most important time where you have to find quiet, because, inside we have all the knowledge, the wisdom to guide ourselves, but you can't hear it when your mind is going crazy. So one of the things I did in the end, because it gets very loud, is I would just sit in the armchair in my bedroom, close the door, and just focus on my breathing. And when I say focus on my breathing, I literally watched my chest move up and down. I watched to see if the breath was going to my tummy, and was my stomach moving up and down? Was I breathing shallow? Did I need to increase it? Did I need to fill up my lungs? I would count breathing in, hold it, breathe out. And yes, the thoughts, they come and they come and they come, but just let the thoughts come and go and focus on breathing. So I would count, because counting gave my brain something to do, because that's what it wants. It doesn't want quiet. It needs a job. So I would literally count for in breath, out breath, and slowly. And it probably did take a couple of days for the noise to quieten. I also got to a stage where no more advice, because you know what a big thing is. What works for me might not work for you. And how will you get in touch with that inner wisdom within you if there's too much noise going on here? You have to, unfortunately, find quiet. You will then stop all the advice and you start to notice patterns. Maybe you will start to notice possible doctors you can go to, an oncologist who might work better for you than the one you were given or going to be given. You might find other forms of healing, other forms of medication. I managed to heal stage 3 colon cancer holistically. I never took chemo. And that's what worked for me. But that's also the guidance that came when I found quiet. I noticed who are the people that keep popping up in my mind, or in the conversations I was having. thought, okay, that's interesting. I need to pursue this, or I need to pursue that, or have a look at that, or investigate. But because my mind was quiet, it allowed me to think straight. Whatever you choose, it's your choice. So it's, when you quieten as well, it stops the mind from responding with fear. You start to respond from a calm place. And also, what you can tune into what works for you. So, what is the best thing for me? Not what so and so's auntie, sisters, cousins, friend did. What is best for me? And that comes when you're quiet. The advice that you give yourself, the inner wisdom that comes, the knowing of, okay, this is what I'm going to do. So, step number 3, find quiet in your brain, however that looks for you, whether you need to go for a long walk in the park, in a park, or on the beach, speak English, Evelyn, or whether you're sitting in your armchair in your house. Allow your brain to find silence and tell all those people that want to advise you, I need quiet for now. Step number 4, what is your plan? I do believe that once we've got over the shock and we found some quiet, you have to have a clear plan in your mind. At this stage, I also want to say, be careful to just hand your health over. Be sure about what you're doing, because that allows you to feel comfortable with the decisions you've made. You've found some quiet now in your brain, so what is your plan of action going to be? One thing that really came to me clearly was that we are on our own journey through this lifetime. And it became clear because I realized that whatever decisions I made were for me, and I had to be happy with the outcome, because of course, decisions, outcome, and I had to be happy. I chose the holistic way, and yes, I guess for everyone, and I speak mainly about my husband and my daughter, chemo was what you did, and now I'm going to do something different. I had to be really sure in my mind that when I made that decision, that whatever the outcome, that was going to be okay, because I was making a decision to do what was best for me. And of course, when you move out of that fear state in your mind, you can make better decisions, because who makes good decisions when you're scared, when, it's all too much and too overwhelming. It's really finding peace and then deciding what is best for me. And then having a plan and getting on with it. Like, that's my plan. I'm going to look forward. No time traveling. That's another thing that we do that's really scary, is we spend so much time worrying about the future because, oh my goodness, I might die. It's real. That's what happens. But once you've got your plan, I want to really encourage you, baby steps. Just think, this is what I'm doing today. I'm just doing one thing, and this is what I'm doing today, whatever it is. One small thing, baby steps, one day at a time. Instead of spending your time worrying about the future, what if it doesn't work? What if this doesn't happen? What if? I mean, you can wrap yourself around in an absolute circle of mess. Not such good English. But it's so important to just, I think, be sure about what you're doing, that it feels right for you, making decisions that are right for you. Does it feel right? This thing can put a lot of input, but does your plan feel right in your body. So I decided, obviously I wasn't doing chemo, so what was my plan going to be? I had to do something. You can't just hope the fairies take it away. And I did investigate, and I did speak to people, and I found a method that worked for me. I believed that frequency was a good way to kill off my cancer cells, and it worked for me, amongst other things. But I think when I found quiet, my plan was quite clear, and then I faced forward. I did not worry about what was happening, poor me, what about the future? None of it. This is my plan. It's going to take X amount of time, and it just got on with it. So whatever you choose, just get on with it. You've chosen it. And you know what? If it doesn't work and you've got to change something in it, so what? You make a decision and you change it. Handing over yourself to the doctors wholeheartedly and hoping and praying and wishing that it's going to come right in the end might not be enough. Keep control over your health, whether you do have an oncologist or radiologist or whatever specialist working with you. I would like to encourage you to have some sort of ownership of your journey. So what can you be doing? Whether it's changing your diet, drinking more water, cutting out sugar, what little bits can you do to improve your health? I have met so many people who just hand it over to the doctor and then keep their fingers crossed. And in a way, for me, that's handing over your personal power. Yes, you may have to rely on the doctor, but try and do something for yourself. So, tip number 4, have a plan, be clear about your plan, be happy about your plan, and then just get on with it. Tip number 5, self-care. It's important when you are diagnosed and going on this cancer journey to put yourself first, to really focus on your own health and well-being. It is an exhausting journey. Whatever you're going through, whatever you're facing, it is exhausting. Get rest. Nap if you need to. Sleep if you need to. If you feel it, rest is so important. Our bodies, I want to say regenerate, not sure it's the right word, but our bodies recover with sleep. So if you're tired, take time out to rest. As I've said in the previous tips, one step at a time. Bring in your reality to a real narrow path. Don't think about tomorrow. How am I going to cope today? What is needed for me to do today? Be kind. That is being kind, is by just baby steps. And honestly, I used to think to myself, I'm just doing this for today. So I would go for my treatment on the frequency machine, and then I would come home and just rest. I've done my bit for today. Tomorrow is another day. So be kind, rest, listen to your body. The next thing I want to say is surround yourself with loving, supporting people. Not everyone is going to have your back. Not everyone is going to, what's the word I'm looking for? Turn up for you. You will be surprised at who doesn't turn up for you. So don't worry about them. Surround yourself with people who love you, support you, and want to lift you up. Not wallow with you. We don't want wallowers. We've passed that now. That was step number 1. We need people who are going to help you to be strong, who are going to help on those down days. We also, I think when it comes to people, my advice would be to be open with your loved ones. So once you've got your tribe of real supporters, be open with them. How are you feeling? What's going on with you today? I speak to a lot of family members who go into almost like a desperation state because they want to help and they don't know how. They want to be of benefit to you. So be open with them. Just, if you're having a terrible day and you just, I can't talk, or I just want to be alone, say. Or maybe you want to say, really today I'm in pain, or today I feel sick. Just be open. It really helps because the loved ones around you are also experiencing your journey for a reason. It's part of their growth. And I found just being totally totally open of where I was at today helped the people around me to be better supporters. If you need to close off from certain people during this time, do it. As I started this, it is exhausting. It is tiring. Every ounce of your being is going to be on this journey of recovering from cancer. So rather put your energy there. Don't share it with people that are not worth it. You will see that slowly but surely you clean up with the people around you. Make changes if you need to. If you need to change your day, the routine of your day, do it. Whatever changes you need to make, do it. If you need to change your diet, you've got to do it. If you need to change, again, the people come to me. If you need to change the people around you, do it. If you need to change where you're living, do it. Make changes by being kind to yourself. You've already moved away from victimhood, so I remind you, don't stay there. We have a plan and we're getting on with it. So just keep reminding yourself, I've got a plan and I'm getting on with it. Self-care, also, taking time, have a nice hot bath if you can, sleep in the morning. I think, I perhaps want to end off here. There's this Greek philosopher called Epictetus, and he said, it's not what happens to you in life that matters, but how you respond. And your journey can be hard, tough, fearful, if you make it, if you allow it. Yes, it's going to be tough, there's no doubt about it, but it's just, if you can keep your mind positive about how you are reacting to this experience on your life journey, it's going to be a lot easier. Remember the Edith Edgar, it's not why me, it's what now. So what now? Perhaps you've at this point got to rely on your faith and lean into your faith and trust that you're going through this for a reason. And that at the end of it, maybe you're going to be able to help someone who's in the same boat as you. It's important to not think of it as a punishment. Remember again, what works for me might not work for you. So be clear about what your plan is. Make sure it feels right in your tummy. Does it sit well with you, what your plan is? What is going to work for you? Once you've decided, then just get on with it, and good luck. And honestly, if you need to reach out, please do so. I am here to help. I went through this journey, and I'm sitting here hoping that I'm going to help you just by sharing these 5 tips. Good luck and all the best.